Welcome to the Fur's greatest podcast in the world! Now we have our most crowded podcast ever, because holy crap, we have like 20 people here. Alright, so starting with Malaika.
Hello.
Tell us about yourself.
Like 9.
I'm a feral lion furry that loves to write.
And stripes.
Nope. I'm shy.
Tell us about yourself! You are shy. Alright, that sounds good to me. Mallius. Alright, Mallius likes to roar. Alright. I am Khord Kitty. I like to purr, huggle, snuggle, and also crack my knuckles. Ah, yeah. Ow.
Don't break a spine there, buddy.
Oh, my God.
Painful stuff.
Kit Kat.
I'm gonna break a claw.
No, I just retract mine. Kit Kat, tell us about yourself.
What? Well, I actually don't know what I want to be sometimes, so I just like to morph into stuff, but I actually don't know what I want to be. I got 4 personas, but I like to meow. I'm very affectionate and very loving.
Cool. Dtales.
And I don't go back on my word.
Oh, good.
Diggity.
I'm a DragonWolf. I love gaming, and I guess I go with Khord, and I love cuddling.
Xina.
Whoever doesn't love to cuddle needs their head examined.
Exactly.
For real.
And then hit with a hammer. Alright. Xina.
I like food, but I realized that I have salt on my head because earlier my friend thought it would be funny to salt me.
That sounds like a sexual reference.
So, are you tastier now?
Thanks.
I don't know. I thought I tasted pretty good before. If you like garlic flavored stuff.
I think you can cannibalism.
I grew up in an Italian family. I'm totally cool with that.
Never fun to be assaulted.
No bore.
I'm part Sicilian, so I think I'm good.
4 whores. Zane.
Yes.
Zane. Tell us about yourself.
Hello, I am Zane. I am a very musical wolfie! And I like to cuddle.
Maybe you could turn down your mic a little bit. It's a bit high. Not saying that we don't like your Friday.
Oh, no. I get it. I'm a little loud. I get that
really
part.
Loud. Okay.
I got voice changers too.
Oh boy. Good.
But you don't have the pro!
All right, so let's get to our topics of the day, and there's about 20 of them. Let's start with my topic. Anthrocon. So, who's going to Anthrocon?
Unfortunately, I can't.
Yeah, I can't either. I wish I could, though.
What about you, Zine?
I was going, but I think I'll stay in SF for Pride.
So no one's going to Anthrocon at all?
I can't either because I'm in Oregon and I have no money.
I'm in Florida and I have no money.
I'm in New York and I have no money.
I'm going to Rainforest.
I used to live an hour and a half outside of Pittsburgh, and I still never got to go to Anthrocon.
So, am I like the only one who's not a broke-ass furry?
I'm not broke-ass. That's why I'm going to Anthrocon.
I'm not. I just don't have permission. I'm broke.
I got plenty of money to support my need for respective electronics like bows and all that, but someone didn't actually save up for a car 5 years later.
Well, since Khord isn't a broke-ass furry, he can pick us all up some swag.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say pick us all up.
If you come and pick me up, I may change plans and just come to
Yeah, for else.
Oh, yeah, totally. I'm going to go in my invisible car and drive from New York to California to get you.
No, what you should do is buy a smart car so everyone has to sit on each other's lap and snuggle all the way there.
Yeah.
That is an excellent idea.
Yeah.
I am up for that.
I'm going to
sign me the hell up.
Totally cool for that.
Paint on the side, the snuggle car.
It would have been an excellent idea if I had a driver's license, and I don't.
And if you need some extra room, I can get my Prius.
Prius.
So, yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to and so I'm happy about Anthrocon. I went there once, and although like the negative thing about it is it's always really overcrowded, whatever. In a way, that's also a positive because I get to be invisible, and I'm kind of like, I don't know, I like to just sort of like look around, and I don't know, sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here, but I'm here. I snuck in.
So you kind of blend in with everybody because everyone looks like they're just meshed in together, you know, if it's so overcrowded.
Now, I've only ever been to 2 cons, but every time I absolutely adore getting hugs from everyone who I know on my messenger list, but I never get to see.
That was so amazing.
That sounds so amazing.
You know, the first time I went around, like my first con was Further Confusion 2009, and when I saw the fursuiters, I was kind of a little scared because I was like, what's the conduct? They're like, oh, am I allowed to hug them, or am I supposed to only hug them if I know them? And I didn't know, and I was just freaked out.
Now, I imagine they have a lot of strict rules. I heard someone got banned from Anthrocon a couple years ago. I don't know what he did.
He probably molested a fursuiter, you know. I mean, it's really hard to get banned from a fur con considering all the shenanigans.
Yeah.
What if you, I'm guessing if you have a problem with someone, you could get banned?
Well, it's
like if someone reports it, pretty much.
If you, like, paint the prop gun black, I guess? I don't know.
What if you just cashed it outside around the corner?
You know, I was actually surprised at this. I actually lived with someone who got banned from almost every con.
Wow. That's an accomplishment.
Is that the same guy who took all of those magazines and then put them all up online and then everyone got mad at him?
Guy Fox?
Or, I don't know, his name has like 3 letters. It's like L-Y, I don't know.
Maybe he went to the cons and had a mersuit and forgot to cover up the holes.
Oops.
And just went completely naked and figured, I'm in a mersuit, so I don't have to dress up. Because it's so hot, and you forgot to cover up the holes.
I had this awkward time at Further Confusion 2011 because I went on the elevator and I found somebody who was at my school that I knew, and I was like kind of hiding with my cat ears, and I didn't.
Oh.
And then you know what I did? About 3 years later, I messaged him. I was like, yeah, that was. I was in the elevator. Yeah.
That had to be like really awkward.
Yeah.
Shy kitty is shy.
But even more awkward is another time I was in the elevator and I think there was like this guy and he had this other guy by the leash and it was in this sort of kinky wear and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know if this is the right thing to have.
It's not your average stroll in the elevator today.
Come to San Francisco, darling. That's every day.
All right. Any more about Anthrocon?
It might be kind of awkward for me to be a fursuiter because I don't like children.
Hey!
That's a pedo.
Same here. Holy shit. Oh my god. You and I getting along right now. Oh my god.
I don't like kids either, really.
Kids annoy the shit out of me. I cannot stand them at all.
Well, some kids are okay, but some kids need to be thrown back with their parents at home.
Exactly.
There's this one fur I was hanging out with, and then he said something that kind of really freaked me out. He said, it's okay to beat kids if they're really, like, misbehaving. And I was like, oh, my God, no.
This guy's from the 1950s?
No, he's from the 19 right now. And I was like, oh, my God.
The 19 right now.
Or he's
I'm going to use that.
There, go.
He was 2002 late, I think.
Oh.
I saw what you did there.
Or maybe it was slapping children. I don't know. Whichever way, I was like, what shit? But I've heard other people say, oh, yeah, it's okay to slap kids around if they're misbehaving. And I'm like, oh, my God. No.
The only time I'm going to do that to my kid is if they come up here and they're like, hey, I got swag. I'm going to be like, nope, bam. If they come up to me with swag or YOLO, they're going down. I'm sorry. But
I got YOLO swag.
I don't really like it.
There are these 2 trolls on this website. I go to this gaming website called OMG Pop, and they're both called YOLO Swag. And like one's YOLO Swag 99, YOLO Swag 31. I'm like, wow, there's actually that many YOLO Swags. It's time to die.
What the fuck?
Real have swag.
I kind of noticed what parents usually say when we were growing up, how we always had these TV shows, and it's like, you didn't have that stuff when I was growing up. And now I'm looking at Cartoon Network and all the stuff that I grew up with and how much it's changed. And I'm like, Jesus, that's what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Cartoon Network now, it's like, it seems like this generation has, instead of having kind of like silly stuff, it has stuff which is just so completely nonsensical that it's like, it seems like anybody who is on drugs or children could appreciate it, but it's not entertaining.
At least
it's like this.
Intelligence to
it's
it.
like this. It's like candy. It doesn't have to make sense.
Well,
the show I really watch right now is The Amazing World of Gumball, mainly because the main character is really cute.
Why did you watch that?
Why did you quote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Because I can.
My main.
I'm the only one that
Where's your quote, eh?
Hey, I had a quote, just no one listened.
I didn't hear it. Say it again.
Zane, turn down your mic. I know you didn't turn on your mic. That is.
Yes, I totally did.
Turn it down more. It is insanely loud. It is like. Hey, baby.
How's it now?
Loud as fuck.
It's still loud as fuck. Turn it down a lot. It is so freaking loud.
What about now, eh?
Turn it down more, dude. It sounds like you didn't do anything.
What the fuck is going on?
It sounds like you're like every ghetto person in a major city is like speaking at the same time.
All right, try it again.
Doing it. I'm turning it down. I actually turned down the actual mic gain on my FL Studio.
It didn't do anything at all. I mean, could anyone confirm?
Because Skype is leveling it.
How about
turn auto level off?
Yeah, turn auto level off.
No, it's on your end.
Dude, how about you just turn off your fucking voice?
Yeah.
This is the point of me being here.
That's just mean. That's just mean. Don't be mean to Zane. Zane, but seriously, there's zero change in your mic level. It is.
It's on your end then. Something is happening on your end. You guys have your levels auto-leveled. Go uncheck that right now on your speakers.
I have voice changer. You guys are coming across fine on my Bluetooth. I mean.
Yeah, no, I can hear everybody else fine. It's just Zane sounds like he's off the freaking charts.
Yeah, Zane, maybe just put your head away from the mic a little bit, and it should be all right.
I'm a good 6 inches from me.
6 inches, okay.
Yeah.
6 inches. Oh, lovely.
Oh my God, there's so many jokes. Okay,
this is the point I'm talking about in my topics. Like, really, so much sexualness.
Oh, yeah. On the subject of sexuality in the fandom, we have Kit Kat's topic. Oh, yeah.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, why does it have to be the furry fandom that is so sexual? Is it something about animals that turns us on or something?
That's zoophilia. That's different. Zoophilia is when animals turn you on. Furries is when you're interested in animal people. That's completely different. People. And interested does not mean sexually attracted to.
In other words, pretty much animals with the body of a human.
You make it sound like we're from another planet.
We
animal
are.
Animal people.
That's no question about it. We are.
Speak for yourself. You're not the only one that's zoomorphic here.
Animal people.
Sorry, Khord's zoomorphic as well.
See, my persona is Lion King furry. Just watch Lion King. They're still people in a way. I mean, you gotta. They
talk. Meerkats can walk on 2 feet, but they still talk. They have emotions. They actually have feelings, surprisingly enough. I'll just play it.
Yeah, furries have been around since the Egyptian time because in the Egyptian time they had the pharaohs, which was like a combination of snakes and people and goats. I don't know. I don't really remember what.
Got all of them sphinxes.
Sphinxes, yeah.
It started with some guy. I forgot his name. It was like in 1950. He started the furry fandom. I can't remember who it was.
No. You could say Walt Disney, but really furries again have been around since the ancient ages. Anytime.
Yeah, I always said it's maybe not so much an interest as a wavelength because anybody can be interested in something. But to answer the question of why furries are so sexual, I think it has more to do with the stereotype of the fandom because I find a lot of young furs who come up to me like immediately ask for a yiff. And then, like, the older ones, more mature ones, are usually the ones that will actually have dialect with you. So I think it's just the stereotype perpetuating itself.
If only that was always the case. There was this time on Pounced when this one guy, he was like 800 pounds, and the seventh thing he ever said to me was, I wonder what you're like in the bedroom. Like, that was the seventh said to me ever on our first conversation. And when I said, I'm not really interested in seeing you in the bedroom, never heard from him again. He removed me. I was like, oh boy. Okay.
I'm going to be honest, if anybody is 800 pounds and asks me about my bedroom life, my immediate retort would be, I don't know, how is it to be lifted by a crane?
All right, I feel really sorry for people who are weight challenged, but...
If you're weight challenged...
No. There's a difference between weight challenge and just have no life and still living inside some black hole asking for sex or on the internet.
They just need
on the internet.
Motivate them. They just need something. They just need something to motivate them to actually move their right hand in a up-down position, because they have no other motivation. I mean.
Oh yeah, just lose one tit size.
Well, actually, I found the article. Thank you, Google. You are my friend. His name was Fred Patton. It was a science fiction convention in 1980. They made a drawing, something albedo anthropomorphics or some shit like that. And that's where it kind of like started. And then I just want to know, where did this whole sexual idea in the fandom start?
This is what I think
that started around in the 90s.
Well, okay, I think this is how it happened. There's this one guy I was talking to at Califer. He's the guy who founded I forgot his name. I think it's Wired Weasel, Mark something. And he's credited with founding the very first furry con. And the way how it is he's a gay man. So he ended up advertising in a lot of places that are this is going on the internet, so I don't want to get the story wrong, but he was advertising it in some gay bars and whatever, and then I guess a lot more gay people got into it first. And the thing is, the reason why they're a lot more prideful about their sexuality is because the ones that aren't prideful about their sexuality, who are homosexual, as a necessity have to pretend they're straight because of all of the discrimination around. Does that make sense?
It does, but I still wouldn't care. I wouldn't care because if you're going to try to beat someone and make them your friend, a friend is someone that's going to be there for you and accept you no matter what. If they're going to turn you down just because of who you are, even based on religion, then they aren't worth keeping.
And another problem, and I think this is how a lot of stereotypes are made, there are people who, they don't know anyone in this particular stereotype. It might be like a race, a religion, a sexuality, a creed, and then they see it on the media, and then they see the stereotypes in the media, and that's their only reference point, and that's what they assume is true. Go on.
Sorry, go on. No, you go on.
I was gonna transition to a new topic.
Oh, I was gonna bring up that thing about Nat Geo, that new show called Taboo USA, where they did a documentation on furries, and it was so horrible. I made a video on YouTube describing. I was like, okay, Nat Geo, if you're going to be making a show about furries, don't go to the extreme, because that part that they showed was the complete extreme. I mean, sure, he saved a lot of money making his own fursuit out of shredded paper, but still, I was on Vine and looked at all the videos that people did, and they're like, what the hell is this? And I'm like, this is not who we are. We don't do stuff like this.
There's two TV shows. Both Catfish and True Life from MTV contacted me asking me to join and be a part of their show. And they're still egging on. I mean, that's just
Wait, why Catfish? Isn't that a show about people meet someone online and they're a totally different person than what you met them as?
Yeah, but she's trying to explain to me, it's not that way with all the shows.
I should probably talk to the people MTV, because I see their little business bus come through here in San Francisco. I should talk to the MTV employees in the morning and tell them about that.
So I should have a thing about MTV.
My internet cut out on me again. Fuck.
I have a thing about MTV and my local friggin' fur con named Furlandia. The chairman invited MTV to do a documentary of it. That's it.
You mean documentary?
Whatever. Anyway, that happened. I'm still waiting for the actual episode to come out.
So, on the subject of coming out, let's talk about buttercream. Xina's topic.
I love the transition.
All right, so buttercream. Buttercream. I actually have not eaten buttercream. Has anyone eaten buttercream?
I have.
I've never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
I forgot what my
Awesome.
Buttercream is
I forgot what my topic was.
It's buttercream.
I thought it was like cream puffs.
On a slightly perverted note, buttercream would have been a better transition into the sexual stuff.
Sorry. But yeah, buttercream, tasty. I know I like butter and I know I like cream, but do I like buttercream? I don't know.
I prefer the chocolate frosting.
It's very, very
frosting.
sweet.
It's just too sweet. Yeah.
It's sweet, very rich. It's like thick.
It's really thick. It's very rich. It's like all awesome.
And now everybody understands what I meant about the transition.
Transitions are fun. You can just
that transition.
It hardens.
So,
it does.
On the subject of hardening, let's get to furry writing. So, Malaika, furry writing and furry writing. Okay. So people like to write about furries, and they write, and they're furries, and they're writers, and the thing that makes all the stories one is that they have furries, but that sometimes doesn't necessarily serve the plot. That's what I've noticed a lot.
Yeah, you tend to find stories that just really don't cut it when it comes to furries. I mean, my short stories at least, have furries in them, but there's at least some plot even before the sexual parts.
I'm not even going back to my topic. Oh, and I'm back on.
The sexual part is, of course, a given in a furry story. What?
So, on the subject of sexual part, Taco, Mallius's topic, Taco. So,
most fun segues ever.
All right.
Mallius. Wow.
Okay, so Taco.
And dark as hell.
So Taco, I like tacos. I kind of like the soft tacos and whatever. I know a lot of people will probably hate on me for this, but I like Taco Bell tacos more than other tacos, even though it's technically not Spanish.
I'm going to do that right now. Because I work at Taco Bell.
Yeah, I'm a burrito guy.
See that right there. The meat is a lot of... And I probably shouldn't even been saying it because it's my job, but...
Don't worry, they don't know who you are.
Yeah, no one knows who Kit Kat is. None of them are going to be listening to this.
No, it was funny because my boss actually pulled me aside and he was like, Michael, what are furries? And I'm like...
Okay, now you just said your name. Now I'm probably going to find...
Yeah, but I could...
Just bleep that out.
There are 5 million Michaels in this world. Jesus. No, but I can tell you right now, the beef filling... I mean, sure, the chicken and steak is real somewhat, but it's kind of a lower grade. But the beef is mostly soy. I can tell you that right now. It's just it's not 100%.
It sounds damn healthy.
Yeah,
I know.
It sounds healthier than it is.
Now I want to eat more of it. Soy. That's like soy milk or whatever.
Going to Taco Bell for dinner tonight.
Yeah,
well, it's funny because I actually have to go to work in 3 hours or something like that. I'm closing tonight, but...
Give me a discount.
Okay.
My condolences. I used to work at Taco Bell as well.
And there's one Taco Bell manager out there who's going, hey, I know Michael who's closing. Grrr.
Hey.
I am about to be a shift lead manager, actually. They're starting to train me this week.
Every Michael in America is going to get fired from Taco Bell.
Okay, what is your...
every single one of them. It's just random Michaels.
No, I'd be like, okay, sir, do you want to apply for Taco Bell? What's your name? Michael? I'm sorry, our position is full now. I can see that.
I'm sorry, I'm not Michael. I'm Harry.
My
name is Bob.
Well, I lied on my application. Oh, I believe you.
Sorry, I've been...
You know, that's funny. Actually, that's how one of our managers apparently got her position. She said she claimed to be a manager at Steak and Shake, but she really wasn't. And the weird thing is, she is still working here.
Overall, the topic we covered. We have the perfect thing for a fanfic. We have tacos, buttercream, sexual activity.
Sexual relation.
Shall I write it?
Someone's going to write it.
Wow, we talk about so many species, and when somebody says what their species is, we tend to think of stereotypes. This is Stripe's topic, species stereotypes.
I hate species stereotypes.
Now, okay, I know the species stereotypes with cats and dogs is cats are superior and smart, and dogs are kind of dumb, drooling things. Now, why is that true?
Huskies are really smart. Cats are just very leave me alone kind of thing.
Cats
are just evil.
Cats are independent.
They are.
And copy from the call.
It's okay.
I've never seen a cat tell anyone they had cancer.
I have.
I've actually noticed that dogs can actually sniff out cancer before it even comes, or they can sniff out like arthritis or anything.
Or they can sniff out.
I won't tell you if the rest I'll sniff out.
Well,
like my main persona is actually a dragon, but I like to be my kitty cat sometimes.
You know, I think you need to do like a placebo sniff. Like if you were to put any smell on anyone, the dog would probably sniff it and go like, and it's like, wow, how could you tell I have cancer? It's like, no, he just sniffs at everything because he likes all smells. That's a freaking dog thing.
Too many smells.
They especially like the smell of the butts. Apparently, it's a way to greet them. It's like, when did humans started doing that? They just like, hey, how are you? Sniff their butt. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm sorry, but if any human do that to me,
yes, but imagine this, okay? You got a drug-sniffing dog sniffing everywhere, and it sniffs the cocaine sometime. By the time it gets home, it's like, I can't even taste my own ass.
So, on the subject of tasting ass, this Zane's topic, which is, I believe, some sort of VST.
May I have your intention?
Intention or attention?
Whichever works.
That would have been a good transition.
My intention.
What are your intentions?
Yeah.
Any whore, I hope to give you knowledge of Nexus whore.
Oh, I'm a whore.
So, any who or any whore? Intention or attention? I'm a little confused.
I'm an attention whore.
Good. I don't know.
I kind of believe that.
Anyway.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to... Hey! Hey! Shut up!
Stop laughing at the woman.
We need to leave this in the show.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I wanted to say a while back that the ground beef substitute in my school for the nachos is actually just like colored flavored oatmeal.
Oh God!
Sounds healthy to me.
It's repulsive.
Dude. Well, at least they're being kind of healthy about it. Oats are good for you, apparently.
I know.
I don't care about healthy. I want my beef.
I know this is kind of off topic, but Xina, what do you think of Xina Warrior Princess?
My mom used to watch it.
Okay.
And there was that topic.
Yes.
I mean, I know she's a badass. That's it.
Now, first off, we haven't even covered Nexus at all. Now, I don't know. I think I know what it is, but I don't know if I know what it is. But Zane, explain exactly what Nexus is, because I want to be more educated.
Okay, so Nexus is a Rompler synthesizer. It uses its own samples to create sounds such as this. Kind of like that.
All right, so we're all fifth graders. Pretend we're all 5-year-olds. Explain like what a synthesizer is. And all.
Okay, so what a synthesizer is, it's a thing that it makes sounds like through synthesis. It just makes its own sounds
so basically,
right then and there.
My butt farts right then and there. Does that make it a synthesizer?
Yes.
Hey, you heard it in a lot of songs like LMFAO's, I'm in Miami, and yeah.
I'm in Miami. I'm in Miami. So that's a synthesizer. Right.
Isn't that one episode of South Park where Stan was going through all those musical changes, and then he's like,
everything sounds like shit.
Yeah, so every part of the song.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
There's probably been some smart noises and Weird Al music.
Weird Al music's funny.
Yeah, also, synthesizers can contain filters, like a cutoff filter. Maybe.
This is my new humming song.
That is making my butt sore just listening to it.
But it feels like my butt is biting. It's like a...
That's a low pass filter. I can show you a high pass, which cuts off the the lower frequencies of the synthesizer.
All right, show off your hype ass.
Your high ass?
Hype ass.
Sound like you said tight ass.
No, your hype ass. I like the low pass more.
Yeah, because it's more.
After all these sounds, I feel like I'm at AfterCon already.
You know what? I feel like I'm watching a video on Furries Extreme, and they're in fursuits, and they're just doing like some kind of race pumping scene.
Oh yeah.
You know, I feel like I'm at the Frolic event, like the little.
Oh yeah. What?
And there's a second control for the low pass. It's called resonance. It sharpens or dulls the actual peak at which the cutoff goes off at.
Before you show it to us, how many more sounds do you have to present to us? Because we have 3 minutes left.
We're talking about peaks now.
Well, this can be the last one because I have like maybe 500,000 presets on this program.
Play them all at once. Play them all at once.
All at once in one giant music orgy.
Oh, God, no. My computer would explode. Some of these are actually very powerful. Let me show you a piano.
Okay, just one more. That's all we have time.
This, my good sir, is a very powerful piano. And it takes 40% of my CPU. It's a simple sound.
Just that simple little shit is taking up all your CPU? My God.
Yeah.
That's a lot of CPU.
Even idle, it's taking at least 23% of my CPU.
That's what
it's crazy.
So, is it from the reverb? I'm guessing it's from the reverb, because reverb takes up a lot of CPU.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I just took that off and it down to 16.
Yeah. Now it's boring. So boring. I want to sound like I'm in like 8 churches.
Oh, yeah, I can show you a pipe organ.
Oh, no.
Fucking huge sound, but you need to move on.
All right, let's move on. Let's go on to another topic that hopefully will cut off after 2 minutes. Gaming and furries. I'm sure that.
Oh yeah,
that's a 2-minute topic right there.
Here's it is all in a nutshell. Microsoft screwed themselves over, and Sony is laughing at them.
Yep,
true.
And that's,
I was talking more of a general term, but you know.
Well, okay, now, 10 years from now, people are going to be like, what are you talking about, Sony, what
that would be the kids that are watching Cartoon Network right now.
Okay, so and you're talking about the gaming system that just came out recently, the Xbox One, as compared to the release of the PlayStation 5 or whatever.
The PlayStation 4. They actually just took off all the restrictions on the Xbox One. They're coming out with a new update where it's a software update where they're taking out all the restrictions.
This is why I'm playing Wii U.
Wii U.
But they mainly did it because they wanted to have people stop stealing games. But now they just took off all the restrictions, and I still am going to choose PlayStation 4 because it had a better entrance. I'm just saying.
It did.
I mean, I still got my PlayStation 2. I don't have a PlayStation 3.
His entrance was good. Yours was better. The difference? Showmanship.
I just want to go back to playing Animal Crossing again. That's about it.
I want to go back to my PlayStation 1, actually. But I don't know.
Well, I do know if anybody wants more gaming stuff, I know me and Khord are going to do a podcast of it's going to be another podcast on my channel. Dtales 0026. Come check it out.
Nice.
And we're out of time.
All right. Thank you, everyone. This has been the Fur's most amazing podcast in the world.
Y'all good day.
Woo!
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Nice.
Kiss my tail.